Beware of shady Medicare insurance agents. I'm going to talk today in this video about how to protect yourself from bad advice when it comes to getting your Medicare plan in place. So it happened again today. I was speaking to one of my clients and they had reached out to another agent, or an agent had reached out to them. I'm not sure how it happened. And it was not a great experience. I've heard this many, many times before because there are so many bad apples out there when it comes to Medicare insurance agents. And so hopefully what I'm going to do today is help prepare you if you're getting ready to turn 65 and to go on to Medicare, to find the right Medicare insurance agent to work with. So please stay tuned. So first, let's just talk about the Medicare agent you can't afford to trust. So a lot of people don't know this, but there are Medicare agents who are incentivized to recommend plans that may not be in your best interest. And so when it comes to finding a Medicare insurance agent, you want to make sure that they have your best interest in mind. So really, at the end of the day, a person like myself, we are what's called a broker, meaning that we work on behalf of clients, not insurance companies. Now, having said that, you have to remember there are lots of different types of agents out there. And so you may have come across somebody who only works with one company or one or two plans, and that's all they're going to offer you. So that doesn't sound like someone who's interested in your best interest. So that's one of the first things that you want to look for. The other challenge is they may be inexperienced. So there are a lot of new agents that are flooding into the market in order to sell Medicare health insurance plans, and they don't even understand all of the options that they're selling. So you really want to make sure that you're working with somebody who has some experience and a reputation with Medicare insurance plans. In 2022, there was a study done that found that 65% of respondents to a single care survey said they wouldn't know which parts of Medicare to enroll in. Again, this is talking about beneficiaries, but even some of the agents that are offering you these policies are unaware or not greatly educated on how the plans work. The reality is that you, as a Medicare beneficiary who've paid into this your whole life, you deserve better. So let's talk about some of those things. So choosing the right Medicare plan is already overwhelming, and the last thing you need is someone making it even harder. You might have felt pressured into a decision or been given information that didn't feel right. The reality is you are not alone. I've heard countless stories from people like you who are stuck with plans they didn't even understand. I spoke to someone today and they said to me, how do I know what type of plan that I have? And so there are a few key things that you should have access to once you're enrolled in a plan that will be a reminder to you or a refresher to you of which policy you actually have in place. A good agent is a phone call away, and they can say something to you along these lines. Do you remember what you have and why you have it? So how do you find a plan you can trust? How do you find an agent that you can work with? So the good news is that you don't have to settle for bad advice. There are some things that you can do that will help you spot a shady or inexperienced agent so that you can take control and find a plan that truly works for you. So I'm going to share with you how to spot red flags and ensure your Medicare coverage fits your needs. So let's jump over to the next slide and talk about that. So how do you protect yourself? Well, there are a lot of things happening today in the area of unsolicited phone calls, door knocks, even pieces of mail. So the very first thing you want to do is you want to check their credentials. I've heard from so many people that tell me, they say, someone called me on the phone. It didn't even sound like they were from my country. I couldn't understand them. And then when I said I was interested in learning more, they were transferred to somewhere else or someone else. So you want to make sure that if you're talking with someone, you have easy access to their credentials. There are websites out there in your state where you can look up the name and the person that you're working with and verify their license information. Next, you want to ask them about their experience. Now, this isn't to discredit new agents. There are a lot of good new agents out there. They're usually working within an agency where they have some sort of mentor, someone with experience training them. So I don't want to scare you away from new agents, but you want to understand their experience, how they're getting that experience, and make sure that they're just not, winging it, so to speak. The next step that you can take to watch for red flags is to watch for bias. So typically what I hear from people, or even what I see in my own observation, is you can usually tell right away if you are working with a captive insurance agent. A captive insurance agent is only able to represent one company, and they're usually limited to just a couple plans with that company. So of course, you can't help but imagine that they're going to be biased to that company. Next, you want to avoid high-pressure sales tactics. So the longer that I do this and the more people that I talk to, the slower I go in the process of talking to Medicare beneficiaries. I have found that I will go back and I will repeat myself over and over again. Do you understand what you are signing up for? If someone is pressuring you, and this happens with agents, there are agents out there, they will present you with a plan, they'll pressure you, and they will try to get you to sign up in a matter of minutes. Those are the type of agents you want to avoid. And then finally, you want to know the right questions. Let me just give you a little tip on this. The right question is not which plan is best. You can get to that later. The right question is, are you offering me something that is connected with original Medicare, meaning a supplement plan, or are you offering me a Medicare Advantage plan? Remember, and now hopefully if you're a subscriber of this channel, you've learned this now, there are two paths to Medicare, traditional Medicare or Medicare Advantage. You have to choose one or the other. And so even if you're knowledgeable about the difference between traditional Medicare and Medicare Advantage, you're going to be miles ahead of many other people, many of your peers, and in some cases, even the agent that you're working with. If it sounds like they don't know or they're not tracking with you, that should be a warning sign. So how can you take control today? So now you have at least a little bit of idea of how to find a Medicare insurance agent to work with. These are some of the tools that I've shared with you in this video that will help you. And so if you're speaking to an agent already, don't wait. Start asking the right questions today and ensure your plan is the perfect fit for your needs. So if you want more guidance on this, you can reach out to me through my website, meetjamie.com, or you can call my office. My phone number is listed there on my website. It's all over this YouTube channel. You can find it there. That's all I have for you in today's video. I hope that helps you as you navigate finding an agent to work with. If you do have any questions about Medicare, make sure that you leave a comment below. I try to answer all the questions there as best as I can. And if you enjoy videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.